Khangdreda. Kamay
First headlines. Drive begins to save migratory birds visiting in the state during winter season. Lovelina Borgohain among 12 sports persons to be awarded Khel Ratna. And India reported 11,903 new COVID-19 cases, 311 deaths in the last 24 hours. Hello and welcome to ELITETV. You're watching the 12:30 p.m. English news. This is SANATOMBI with the top stories of the day. Before giving you the news, we request you to follow the SOP given by the government. Wear face mask when out in public, wash hands regularly, and maintain a minimum distance of 6 feet between one person and another. ELITETV requests you to get vaccinated in time to protect ourselves from this virus and play your part in the fight against COVID-19. Now, the news in detail. Kaching range staff along with Palil BO Muhammad Salahuddin began to strengthen the drive against the use of bird-catching nets at a wetland area to save migratory birds visiting in Manipur during winter season. A drive begins at midnight. 8 bird-catching nets were recovered during a drive carried out at Lausipat area near Sora village. 5 whistling teal, locally known as tingri, trapped in the bird-catching net were rescued and released near Buffalo Farm in Karungpat after careful observation. Speaking in connection with the drive, Rainforest Officer Kakching Naure Munal Maitei said that different migratory birds have begun visiting in Manipur with the coming of winter season. The migratory birds visiting in the state is one of their duties to maintain their natural life cycle. Catching and killing these migratory birds is a threat to nature and environment and also a big crime. Munal further said that the drive, which begins today, will continue at different main wetland areas of Kakching district and added that farm owners should not try to let off the culprits who laid bird-catching nets. And he said strong action by the law of the land will be taken up against wrongdoers. Therefore, the farm owners should not allow to lay bird-catching nets at their farms knowingly or unknowingly, as they could be sent to jail for 3 years or imposed a fine of rupees 25,000 or both. Cemetery in Churachandpur district at around 11 a.m. yesterday. The deceased has been identified as 55 years old Lian Kolam, a farmer by profession, son of late Jam Thang of Lake Jangphai village, Thanlon subdivision. According to a police report, the deceased body draped in traditional tribal soul was found by members of Jomi Youth Association and family members of the deceased while searching in the forest area near Pangjo Cemetery. Family members identified the body as Lian Kolam. Reportedly, deceased Lian Kolam left for the village for Churachandpur on October 27 with substantial quantities of bananas to be sold in the market and was last seen on October 30, 2021 and had been missing since then. The cause of the death could not be ascertained, however, although it is suspicious as blood was found oozing from the ears of the deceased. The police have registered a case of unnatural death under Section 174 CRPC, the report added. It may be mentioned that the deceased had carried a black color bag and his mobile phone was switched off since the day he went missing. But the case he is believed to have carried from the sales of the bananas were also found missing. Olympics medalist and star boxer from Assam Lovelina Borgohain will receive the prestigious Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award. Lovelina is among the 12 sportspersons who are to be awarded the Khel Ratna Award. The announcement was made by the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports yesterday. Notably, Lovelina Borgohain had won a bronze medal at the Tokyo Olympics 2021. The announcement came on the day Lovelina visited Sikkim to meet her coach Sandhya Gurung after receiving the Arjuna Award. 12 sportspersons who are to receive the Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award are Neeraj Chopra Athletics, Ravi Kumar Wrestling, Lovelina Borgohain Boxing, Srijay PR Hockey, Avani Lekhara Para Shooting, Sumit Antil Para Athletics, Pramod Bhagat Para Badminton, Krishna Nagar Para Badminton, Manish Narwal Para Shooting, Mitali Ras Cricket, Sunil Chetri Football and Manpreet Singh Hockey. Earlier, the announcement of the National Sports Award was delayed in order to consider the performances of para-athletics in the Tokyo Olympics held from August 24 to September 5, 2021. It's time for a short commercial break. To stay tuned for more updates.
India gi ahanba National Awardee Government of India na piba Silver Dew. Makhal suna leijare half liter, 750 ml, 1 liter, 2 liter, 5 liter and 20 liter jar. As an distributor amadi akupa marol Loktak Industry, Industrial State, Takiel da contact you.
Pengba nga ton pangbiragani ningol chakobugi mangoy na mapung mari faraba pengba amadi nga ton ningol chakobugi damak discount su pizari nga ton kg mga leibada kg ama free pengba kg tara leibada kg ama free da pizari akak ngaba matamni ngasi maklengsin birok na order to biho phangpham S Tomba and Sons Pengba Farm Hyangthang Bazaar.
Ima ai simagum laitradi nang yam kap kadra
Mami ka lang sa mga yudin eh. Ay school da jo midday sing dari. Ay may se hore ma.
Sibu polo. Hay no kang naram ne hujiti.
Ay yo za di masak sa baza ka damni. No sina juloy na ka damni. Siyo za di masak sui ti.
Sinul hauna tha hangama par sat na tha.
Magi taibong paldo. Atay ga to ngali.
Nabug silpik panang na. Ay isa pangni kan medyo namang da sumam.
Ay kibitse. Joytrang patrang akta huto na lelita.
Hello, welcome back. Now more news and updates. India's COVID-19 tally reached 3 crores 43 lakhs 8,140 with a single day rise of 11,903 new infections, while the number of active cases declined to 1,51,209, the lowest in 252 days, according to the Union Health Ministry data updated today. The death toll has climbed to 4,59,191 with 311 Delhi fatalities, the data updated showed. The daily rise in new coronavirus infections has been below 20,000 for 26 straight days, and less than 50,000 daily new cases have been reported for 129 consecutive days now. The number of active cases has declined to 1,51,209, comprising 0.44% of the total infections, the lowest since March 2020. While the national COVID-19 recovery rate was recorded at 98.22%, the highest since March 2020, the ministry said. A decline of 2,567 cases has been recorded in the active COVID-19 case count in a span of 24 hours. The daily positivity rate was recorded at 1.11%, while the weekly positivity rate was also recorded at 1.18%. The number of people who have recuperated from the disease surged to 3 crores 36 lakhs 97,740, while the case fatality rate was recorded at 1.34%. A total of 4,59,191 deaths have been reported so far in the country, according to the Health Ministry. The Indian government has sent high-level teams to 9 states and union territories with high dengue cases. Over 1,530 cases of dengue have been reported in Delhi this year so far, of which 1,200 were recorded in October alone. The Union Health Ministry has deputed central teams of experts in 9 states and union territories to assist them in managing outbreak of dengue. These teams will provide technical guidance, including public health measures, to health authorities in states. The decision was taken after Haryana, Punjab, Kerala, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Delhi and Jammu and Kashmir reported a considerable number of dengue cases. Expert teams include officials from the National Center for Disease Control and National Vector-Borne Disease Control Program. The disease has already claimed 33 lives in Chandigarh. In fact, the number of dengue cases reported in October this year is even higher than an annual caseload in the previous 3 years across the Tri-City. Dengue viruses are spread to people through the bite of infected Aedes species mosquitoes. Once contracted, the infection leads to fever, body ache, nausea, vomiting, and in severe cases, internal bleeding or a fatal drop in blood pressure. A 4-year-old girl who went missing from an Australian outback campsite more than 2 weeks ago has been found alive and well in a log house, authorities said on Wednesday. Police broke into a house in Carnarvon, a town about 100 kilometers south of the campsite, early on Wednesday morning and found Cleo Smith in one of the rooms. Western Australia Police Deputy Commissioner Cole Blanc said on local television that one of the officers picked her up into his arms and asked her name. She replied her name is Cleo and a man has been taken into custody in relation to the disappearance, he said. Cleo was last seen in her family's tent at about 1:30 a.m. local time on October 16 at remote Blowhole Shacks campsite in McLeod, about 900 kilometers north of Perth, the capital of Western Australia state. When her parents woke next morning, she was gone. Australian police feared the girl that had been abducted had been offered a $1 million Australian dollar reward for information. The Taliban announced a complete ban on the use of foreign currency in Afghanistan yesterday. The economic situation and national interest in the country required that all Afghans use Afghan currency in their every trade, the group said in a statement shared with journalists by one of the Taliban spokesmen. The use of US dollars is widespread in Afghanistan's markets, while border areas use the currency of neighboring countries such as Pakistan for trade. The Afghani had fallen to a record low after Taliban seized power in the country in August. The Islamic State Khorasan ISIS-K has claimed responsibility for Tuesday's hospital attack in Afghanistan's Kabul that left at least 19 people dead and 50 others wounded. ISIS-K said in a statement on its Telegram channels that 5 Islamic State group fighters carried out simultaneous coordinated attacks on the sprawling site. It is the latest atrocity to rock Afghanistan since the Taliban seized power. The Taliban's rivals, the Islamic State group, claim responsibility for the gun and bomb assault in the center of the capital. Taliban spokesman Zabiullah Mujahid said that ISIS insurgents wanted to target civilians, doctors and patients in the hospital, claiming that Taliban forces had repulsed the attack within 15 minutes. As part of the response, he said Taliban special forces were dropped onto the roof of the hospital from one of the helicopters that the group seized from Afghanistan's former US-backed government. Mujahid played down the death toll but confirmed that 2 Taliban fighters, 2 women and a child had been killed outside the hospital. Before closing the news, we have a special announcement to make, that is for ELITETV News channel. Contact the email address info@elitetv.in or to the phone number 940-289-0982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow on Facebook page, Instagram and Twitter for more information about the channel. And now the headlines once again. Drive begins to save migratory birds visiting in the state during winter season. Lovelina Borgohain among 12 sports persons to be awarded Khel Ratna Award. And India reported 11,903 new COVID-19 cases, 311 deaths in the last 24 hours. That's all we have on this edition of ELITETV English News. Thanks for watching ELITETV and have a great day.